Do you think that the DPDP Act or the present regulatory regime of technology in India, as it exists, is it helpful for women, or are we making the strides in right direction at the moment?
Once again, I'll address that with a bit more nuance. Um, so the DPDP is age gating of use of digital platforms itself has been problematic. That is one area where there's been a lot of discussion. Verified parental consent being required for every minor under the age of 18 as a single bracket itself is problematic, especially in a diverse and vast country like India. There are a bunch of challenges with that. When we just spoke about the gendered digital divide specifically in India, that makes it worse. Now we need to also look at the cultural approaches to how women and why women are not given phones or digital technology accesses. There's this whole paternalistic approach of protecting women from the bad things. So far it was the bad world outside. Now there are so many bad things happening online, or like Mr. Pinay was saying, ladki bigad jayegi. All these are paternalistic approaches to why women are not given access to technology. So far, imagine a 13-year-old girl who wants to uh, express her creativity or be online and connect with her friends or learn things outside of the scope of what her city or her community shows. If she needs to get online, as it is, needs to use a brother or a father or a mother's phone. And now with VPC setting in, the whole paternalistic approach to whether the parent will grant permission to a daughter or a son further gets exacerbated. So, in my opinion, that is not going to be helpful, especially with the gender divide that is there. Coming back to what Ms. Simran was saying earlier, the reason why we look at a lot of things from big tech's point of view and whether there is the harms that we're talking about, the deep fakes and everything, there's also the aspect of indirect harms that we need to look at when it comes to women, and that is where regulation needs to step up more from a responsible or governance point of view than a paternalistic point of view that I was referring to. So often it is about what kind of tools can we put up so that women can take down any harmful content that is available. Instead, can we look at incentivizing technology platforms to not proliferate harmful content or proliferate any model or tool that can cause or enable harm for women. So that is a preventive or proactive method that we speak about. It is essential to also look at that. Often the incentivization bit is never looked at because it enables businesses to prosper, but we do not draw the line when it comes to shareholder value and the harm that it causes the society. So the indirect harms that I'm the referring to are things like targeting, profiling, uh, making sure that there's behavior manipulation through not even targeted advertising, but targeted content. So how young women grow up thinking what is right, what is wrong about their bodies, about relationships, all that is being taught through these filter bubbles that are being served, primarily because it is hooking content. So that is the aspect that needs to be regulated at this point, instead of stepping in after a harm has happened. Yes, stepping in after a harm is also required. Curative or reactive solutions are also needed. But at the same time, preventive regulation is also necessary if we are to step out of the paternalistic approaches that we have so far to looking at harms to women.